going on, guys? It's RPGZ coming at you with another video. This time, Gundam! And I'm so excited about it. If you're unaware, or been living under a rock, or didn't catch the last video, Gundam Trading Card Game got announced, and we're officially on the website, and we're looking at it together, and it's going to be fun. Couple things to go over. There was a live stream. Live stream was 40 minutes. I'm going to cut some of that down. I still think there's some good info in there, and I think they did a really good job production-wise. So I am going to link that video down below in the description. So if you want to watch the full announcement, if you stumbled across this somehow before that video, you can check that out. Also, down in the description is the same website. The website naming convention on this one's a little different. It's Gundam-GCG.com is the domain. So I'll have that down there as well. And then I'm also going to have a link for a Gundam TCG Discord, which we will frequent and look at some card reveals specifically that are held there. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. First things first, when they did the announcement and they went through that 40-minute spiel and gave a breakdown on some of the card art, what they're expecting, there were some things that they said right off the rip that we're not going to find on the website, or at least not sticking out. A couple things to mention. The Gundam artwork is going to be all new artwork. There's going to be art variants of cards that are already in the pack or in the booster box, or however you want to put it. But yeah, there's going to be alt arts to some of these cards, so that's super sick, and we'll take a look at some of those as well. I'm not really going to go through, like, scarcity, what's the tier list of rarity, or anything else like that, until I see a box and see it branded. I don't want to guess at the names or, like, any of the other stuff or how that's going to go. We'll go through this. First thing, we're going to talk about this box. There was a product that was actually available upon the announcement, which is crazy. I'm not used to Bandai announcing stuff and there being a product available. Bad news! It's sold out really fast. So this was like a beta box is what they're calling it. You can get it from the premium Bandai website, and it was $69.99 US. And yes, sold out immediately. I wouldn't say immediately. I got to it like probably 2 hours after the announcement. I was able to snag my share of it, but yeah, still went away like super fast. So let's take a look at it. What was in the box, as I like to say. Oh, learn more. Okay, maybe learn nothing. Let's go here and we'll jump over to it. Maybe we don't. Maybe the video is just a wash. All right, so anyways, sorry, out of stock. No surprises. $69.99, expected to ship in February. Couple things about these boxes. These boxes will also be available 2 other places, at least for US, is if you have a Bandai store that's doing some kind of distribution or ordering the product. Beta boxes will be available as soon as December. So tell your locals or any big Bandai purchasing stores that if they get on board, more than likely they could pick up some of these beta boxes and you'll be able to buy it directly from your local. Next thing to go over is if you are going to the Bandai Card Fest in Orlando, Florida, they will have this product available as well, but they do say that it's only able to be purchased if you sit down and go through a demo or a premiere or a showcase of the game itself, so just keep that in mind. The next thing to kind of go over is what was in this box. Well, there was a bunch of stuff. Edition beta exclusive booster packs. Pull 51 card types from 2025 full release. These will have the beta block iron on them, so that's pretty cool. We'll take a look at some of these cards. I'm really not going to focus on these too much. You get a card set. You get the resource card. Yes, we're going to talk about how the game plays, or essentially I'm going to show you a video of it. You get in the beta box 1 of the 3 types for the legendary rare cards. I believe all 3 of these were shown off, and we'll take a look at those as well. Dice damage counters. So kind of like Shadowverse Evolve, if you guys aren't used to that or seeing that kind of game played, your spirits or your Gundams in this situation, your monsters, your baddies, maintain damage. So if they take a hit, you would usually use a dice to represent how much less HP they have versus what they might have been at on the card. So if I take damage for 3 and I started at 5, I would put a dice on it that represents 2 face side up on that card, so people know that it only has 2 HP left. And yeah, so that is what's in the beta box. So you have a whole bunch of product, legend rare card, dice. Pretty good value in my opinion for $69. I don't think that's too bad, because I believe you should be able to get 1 of these and get everything you need to play. Speaking of play, let's jump back over. And we're going to go to... Oh, I might have jumped the gun. Hold on. as we kind of go through this, and I had it all organized. We're going to go through the video first. I feel just showing the excitement and the production of this product is probably in a good place compared to other games that have been showcased or products of the like. So let's get to that. Here we go. Enjoy. That box looks so good. You guys have no idea. I love that design. That's right, it's multiplayer! It gets so real. I wish we saw events like this for trading card games. Or at least live streamed. And that's it, baby. So oh, I can't talk today. To follow that up, there is no official release date yet, just for context, so nobody has to ask that question 1,000 times in the comments. All we know is the beta box is available around December, and that's literally it. They said it's launching 2025, so to kind of give you a perspective, if this beta box is not shipping out until February, more than likely our release window is anywhere from like March to the summer time frame. But I'm talking too much, and we should move into other things. So let's go through. And again, like, go to the website. It'll be in the description. I definitely want you guys to play around and kind of get, oh, as it talks here, December 7th. To kind of go through some things. We're going to flip through some of the cards that are shown off on the website. We've got Gundam RX-78. Wing Gundam. It is so crazy to me. I live in a world where Gundam Wing is actually printed on cards now. Who would have thought? Strike Gundam, Amuro Ray, Hero Yui. And then we'll go through some of the card types too, of course. And then we'll flip through these. It just looped. All right. Then if we go down... Everybody's wondering what featured series, right? Mobile Suit Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn, Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury are our starting IP sets. Very excited. I think that's a good lineup, to be completely honest. The only thing I would have liked to seen is something from Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's definitely a fan favorite of mine. Big fan of Iron-Blooded Orphans. And then, the advertising more of it down here. All right, how to play, right? And again, if you go to the website and you are a retailer or a store and you're genuinely curious about it, there is a spot, which I like, how to get started for retailers, purchasing and ordering, talks about the distribution places and how you can go ahead and take some time to figure that out. Let's go to About and how to play or what the game situation looks like. Look at all these cards, they're so good looking. Ah, so sick. All right, how to play, learn the basics. So good news is it's not a leader-based card game. I know a lot of people are thinking that because of the One Piece situation, how successful that IP is. This does go a little bit in a different direction. So it is a 50 card deck, 10 card resource deck, token cards, damage counters such as dice, kind of like what I talked about before in that example I gave. You've got your deck of 50. You've got, we're going to come back, shields, aka security checks if you're used to Digimon. So at the start of the game, you will take your 50 card deck, you will flip X amount of those over here. So you're going to take 6 of those cards, flip them over, they become your shields. You're then going to have a base, we're going to go to that, but your base is what's protecting your shield, and your base has like an extra modifier to it before shield checks are happening. So that is cool. There's an extra element on top of those shields going off. You have your battle area, which is where you're going to drop all of your pilots and your mobile suits. And then you have your resource deck. So your resource deck, I don't know if anybody's familiar with pulling resources per turn. You start with a certain amount, then every turn you get another resource. Will there be cards that give you more resources per turn? I don't know. We didn't see every card, but I like to think that maybe there's something there that speeds up the turn or maybe comes at a cost. Who knows? And then, of course, you've got your trash, where everything goes once you're done with it. What kind of cards do we have? What we talked about, we have unit cards, aka Gundam's mobile suits or things of the ladder, which are going to be doing your damage. The numbers here represented to kind of go through it. And maybe I should have stayed back on the other page, but whatever. We'll go through this in a moment. Pilot cards. Pilot cards do 2 things. They are also sometimes command cards. Pilot cards equip to your Gundam units. So they will go under, they'll get tucked under, and if you noticed, they have plus numbers, and then your unit cards have solid numbers or starting values. If you tuck this card under this and it meets the criteria of what it's looking for, you'll get the plus to that. So then this would have like 4 attack, 6 life, right? And then the pilot itself has something that's usually happening or proccing in addition to just being tucked. So I think that's pretty interesting. Command cards, it even says here, these are cards used to your advantage in battle. These cards can also be viewed as pilots. So you might be left with a decision where some kind of a card is a command card, something you can use in response of something happening, like a magic, for example. Or you can tuck it and then treat it like a pilot. Then you have your base card, the defender, essentially, that's making sure that your shields are not getting smacked in the face. Again, I don't know flow of battle, and I haven't really seen a tutorial that kind of starts exactly from start and exactly until end. In that 40-minute video that you guys can go watch in the video description below, they do go through how to play like in a game that's already started and just kind of went through the very basics of the turns. So I don't know. We'll see how that kind of goes out. I really haven't explored the official how to play or anything else. This kind of goes through the examples of what we kind of just talked about or what I outlined, but just more written down. So if you want to take some time, again, go over to the website. You can read this section. It's pretty cool. Playing a card, tilting your resources to the side to show that their cost. This is where I wanted. Here we go. So this represents level, meaning this Gundam cannot be played until you have a total of 4 resources. Once you have 4 resources, it only costs 2 to play this guy. So for example, like if our turn 1 starts with 1 resource, you cannot play this guy. You do not meet the level requirement. So some cards might not be able to be played on turn 1. I feel like a lot of card games typically have something like that that keeps you in check from playing your big monster ahead of time. It's going to be the same thing for this. And look, it even has something right below it that kind of illustrates it. I'm level 4, I can pay 2, boom, I can drop the Gundam. Start phase, draw phase, resource, main phase, end phase, and so forth. Again, check out the website itself to kind of go through a bigger description. This is mainly just an overall summary to kind of get everybody hyped about and excited, and to showcase a little bit about the Discord. Oh, it's such a pretty card. Yes. If you want to join a community and kind of get into the Gundam discussion, highly recommend checking out the Discord link down below. There will be a section for card reveals. Bandai is notorious for putting out cards or slowly bleeding out the cards that are coming in an expected box set. If you would like to stay on top of it or see it and you don't have a Twitter, you're not used to checking Facebook, you might not be checking any of the other socials, please join the Discord. It's a really easy spot to find. You join, you go to card reveals, you can look at pretty cardboard. This is, I'm assuming, what's going to be a alternate art of Gundam Ariel. That is very pretty. The textures, which do show up kind of in this picture, look amazing. I'm going to flip through some of the rest of it. We've got one for the pilot. Super sick. This reminds me somewhat of Digimon. You know how Digimon have usually the tamer in front, and then like they're joined in some kind of a weird artistic way with the Digimon around them. I have a feeling we're probably going to see a lot of that stuff where it's the pilot and their main mobile suit. So that's going to be pretty cool. More cards. This Gundam Wing card looks so good. Oh, I can't wait. If it wasn't obvious for some of the pictures, I know I flipped through this really fast. So far, colors are represented by these dashes on the side. This guy's blue. You'll notice the dash towards the top. This card's white. It is represented by this dash on the bottom. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dashes, which usually means we'll get 5 colors. We've got white. We've got blue. We've got green. We don't know anything else right now, so don't be asking me any other questions because I have no idea. Unless they show up in here and I'm just really silly. A lot of blue cards. You'll notice some of these cards were shown physically, and I don't know exactly where, so I apologize. And then a lot of them are scans, like just from the site itself that we took a look at. Green Gundam Wing. If you didn't notice the card branding in the corner, we are going to have our rarity types. Common, I'm assuming, is what C stands for. STO2, which means, yes, we are getting some kind of starter decks. Go figure, if you essentially come out with a new trading card game, yes, you're going to want some starter decks. Totally makes sense. More things. I think that says GG, or it just says G001. I really don't know what the branding is for the starting. We'll find out. Starter 02, Starter 02, Starter 03. Okay. Yeah, G001, right? So Gundam Box 1. Nice. Strike Gundam! And again, I'm so hyped on this. It's super sick. I just want to bring more attention to this because, like I said, channel is diversifying. Started with Battle Spirits. Going to be putting in Digimon here on occasion. Definitely going to be covering some of the Gundam stuff when time comes up to kind of talk about it. And then again, this will help me kind of get a little bit better with talking because I seem to rant when I don't have a script in front of me or any structure. This has been translated. I couldn't find it on the Discord in like an easy to find reference spot, but from my understanding, this card is very good. All right, so that's a showcase of the website, the Discord, things to be excited about, news and announcements. But yeah, they didn't say the next time we're getting another announcement. So keep your ears low to the ground, tune into their socials, or like I just said before, the Discord, and then we should all be able to keep up to date on the Gundam TCG together. I hope the video was fun. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace!